enjoy this opening number, again, featuring our courageous, brave clients, accompanied by Alice Erickson and Elise West. Thank you, Alice and Elise, for that powerful rendition of a song that feels like it was written for Carol and has become from our theme song. Rahul Gandhi once said that a rising tide doesn't raise people who don't have a boat. You have to build the boat for them. We have to give them the basic infrastructure to rise with the tide. It is my honor to introduce to you a woman that thinks bigger than anyone I have ever met. Some of you have experienced this. She is tenacious in her pursuit of making life better for those that we serve. She will not be confined to a box or told that it can't be done. She will find a way. Please welcome our CEO, Carol Hollowell, who will share with you how SwitchPoint is helping all of us to rise up.
That song is so perfect. One conversation, a single moment, the things that change us if we notice when we look up sometimes. That's the story of Ray. I noticed him on the sidewalk, and I felt prompted to turn around and have a conversation. By actually listening to Ray's story and his needs, we were able to solve homelessness. That is a switch point. To be a switch point for someone else, we must rise up so that they can rise up. These are the faces of SwitchPoint. They all have names and stories. You see them on your table. And now they have hope. SwitchPoint listened, and then we acted on the needs. You see, our mission is to empower those in need by addressing the underlying cause of poverty, providing a comprehensive plan, and supporting the journey to self-sufficiency. Our vision is that every individual embodies their worth and value, with self-esteem, hope, and abilities restored, thriving in affordable housing. Watch our overview video.
No matter where you come from, whether you come from intergenerational poverty or you come from wealth or you come from middle class, there's an energy at SwitchPoint, and there's a culture where we are all treated equally and everybody is treated with dignity and respect.
There are many reasons that could lead someone to be homeless, and it's not our place to judge what those might be. It's our place to help.
If you don't understand the underlying trauma of why someone made a behavior choice, and you don't get to the real root of it, who are we to judge why they made that decision? And that's the biggest lesson I've learned in operating SwitchPoint is, be kind, because we don't know the battle that someone is facing.
Well, we try to tell everybody if you need food, come. We help. We do not turn anybody away. We help everyone.
If you're constantly every single day having to think to yourself, how am I going to get dinner tonight? Or where am I going to shelter tonight? There is no chance at all that you're going to be able to fully invest yourself in the community to make the entire community better.
A switch point is the mechanism on a train track that with just a little bit of a movement sends you in a completely different direction. Our model at SwitchPoint is to be that change where they become the switch point in their own lives. And we do that by providing education, advocacy, classes, resources that teach the client how to be empowered on their own. And we become their best cheerleader. That's how we are the SwitchPoint.
SwitchPoint Community Resource Center has focused on solving homelessness. And we did that by starting a homeless shelter. And then we knew that that was not going to solve homelessness. So we added on to our family of services lots of things. So we added on a food pantry and case management. And then we thought we need to put these people to work. So we thought, let's do micro enterprises, businesses. So we added on thrift stores, and we added on doggy daycare and a small engine repair. And then we thought, there's still a gap. Let's talk about recovery. So we opened in 2020 a drug treatment center for men up in Hilldale, Utah, and it has capacity for 42 men in that facility.
I see that the approach at SwitchPoint works. The vision they have works undoubtedly. And I know that the money that we donate will be used appropriately and properly in the best interests for the neediest people in our community.
You have an organization that not only welcomes but thrives on volunteerism from our community. That's the kind of synergy that I want in my partners when we're trying to help improve our community.
The energy of the staff and the entire organization, it's in constant motion, constant growth, constant thinking of what else can we do for clients and what else can we do to serve the community, to keep people safe.
And then we thought, well, we probably should work on housing. So we did an affordable housing project, and we just finished that in November of 2020 with 55 units of 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms that provide affordable living, safe, great, beautiful space.
What are one of the huge obstacles that we face is having a place that people can afford. So accessible to them, accessible housing.
So our stepping stones, we break ground here in the next month or so on a 24/7 childcare center that really focuses on the working family that works non-traditional hours, because there's nothing available. So something that will allow them to work swing shifts, grave shifts, weekends, that kind of thing, and gives them somewhere safe and affordable for their children to be.
The first step is always the hardest, and a lot of people feel that if they take that step, they're going to fall. But they need to recognize that in the community there are safety nets for them, and SwitchPoint is one of them. We are here to help individuals get the courage, have the support, and really help put their life back together. But they have to take that first step.
It's not a scary call to make. It may seem scary, but the people that are welcoming you into our resource center are very loving and kind and compassionate, and will meet you where you are.
So since the open crossover, we've served over 200 men, which I think is phenomenal. And our video's a little outdated, but our Stepping Stones Child Care Center, Bonneville's been cranking on it. Thank you, my darling Bonneville boys. Will be open May 5th, right, Brad? So, Rise Gardens. This is so exciting. So this is on the campus of SwitchPoint, and Rise Garden is an aeroponic garden. We wrote a pitch to Community Foundation of Utah, and we'll have our first harvest in June. And if you go to risegarden.org to learn all about it, but you'll get on the list to receive updates and an opportunity to be one of our first subscribers. Here's the thing, we've been growing a garden for 7 years, and it's hot here, and it takes a lot of water. So we're gonna save ourselves 98% water and about 95% in electricity, and grow 100,000 plants a year with this garden. So that's exciting stuff. So we realized we really got to take on this housing crisis. We have to create places for our clients to move out of shelter. We just were getting bottlenecked. And first obviously came our Riverwalk Village Apartments, which was an amazing partnership with the city of St. George. And those opened in November of 2020, again, since we haven't had a meet in person since COVID, we haven't got to show it off, but then the Point in Salt Lake opened in November of 2021. And we started it as an overflow shelter when the city is actually the coalition, Salt Lake Coalition of Homelessness called us and said, hey, we need help. So we went up there and ran it as an overflow space for 6 months. And we quickly realized this is a great hotel, and almost all of our clients had money that were in this overflow space. They just couldn't afford rent anywhere. And so we called the landlord and made a deal to purchase it at the end of that overflow season. And with some amazing generous donations and some GOPB funds, which is from the governor's board, and some city and county support from up there, we were able to purchase this hotel. So watch a quick video on the Points in Salt Lake.
To make a long story short, had 2 nights without shelter in the city. Basically, it was my worst fear happened because I didn't want to be in a city, especially on foot homeless.
We are sitting here in the Point, a facility that we were able to convert into studio apartments for seniors and veterans. And it has built a community that feels like family. And all of our residents say that. And they feel so welcomed and so loved here. And that's what we were trying to accomplish.
And I've just been amazed at this place. You know, I've been treated like royalty from day one. I was given a beautiful room with a view of the flights coming in the mountains. And it's amazing. There's activities here with snacks. The staff are always cheerful. And you even have a doctor that shows up in the living room. You don't even, to have the doctor check. And a case manager to help with things.
We have church groups, Episcopalians from St. Mark, that come and do church service here on Sundays. And we just had a piano donated from a lovely lady named Michelle. She bought us a piano. And so that we have this real bonding experience throughout our weeks. And it just gives a lot of opportunity. Many of our residents that live here are veterans, and they've all come from the streets. And this space that we've created with you has allowed them to finally feel that they're home, that they belong. One of the most amazing things that's happened with the Point is our activities. And Tuesday poker night, and Wednesday bingo, and Thursday art therapy, and we have group dinners together, family style. It really does feel like we're a big, gigantic family. And for seniors that have felt isolated, who've been on the streets because they couldn't afford to be anywhere else, you can't put a price tag on that.
Yeah, I just want to thank all of you. Now, every single staff here has been kind and immediately helpful about anything. And thank you for the beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. And the security, there's nothing to worry about here.
What does it mean for you to be here at the Point?
Help, good help. Everybody, and they got the programs, they got the case managers that help you out whenever you need it with resources and stuff. Plus, they really go that extra mile for you here. They do a lot for you here, and that's what most appreciate about this place. I know I do. So I was in a bad place before, now I'm in a good place.
We've created housing for more than 350 people that didn't have access to it before. Then we found Studio 6 in St. George. And with the help of the city again, couldn't live without those guys, we were able to house 50 of our people who were unable to secure housing due to addiction history, cost, and criminal records. Watch this quick video.
Morning, I'm Joe. I'm one of the vets that fell between the cracks. I ended up homeless, addicted. 3 years ago, I ended up in prison. There were no programs to help us vets with PTSD. When I got out, I found a friend of mine who lives here in St. George, is one of the donors for this wonderful program of the Switch Point. I had no place to go when I got out. He came and picked me up, brought me here, worked it out, and I now live here at a wonderful place with a great family, The Point. I've come out of my shell. I have people here that care about me, people that I can care about. We don't worry about each other's past. We look at each day to go forward. It's a great place, and I'm very grateful for this program. I would be on the streets again with many of my brothers with no place to go and no help.
Hi, I'm Margaret Lowe. I became homeless in 2017, and I had a lot on my plate at that time. I was taking care of my guy who had diabetes, and he had no legs, and I had to take care of him. And I got my little beautiful grandchild here that I take care of, add him too. Through the years of Switch Point helping me, I'm now where I'm at right now. I work for Switch Point. I'm so happy. I got my own place. Things is just coming together. We have nothing but love here. We have no judgment upon anybody, and I'm thankful. I can't even put it into words to how thankful I truly am. I'd be out on the street. I wouldn't be alive probably, to be really truthful, because I was suicidal really bad, you know, and I'd be dead. I would be dead. I wouldn't be here. I'm thankful in more ways. Being thankful, it doesn't say it, you know. I pray for Switch Point all the time. I'm grateful.
Welcome to my fabulous home here in St. George, Utah, at the Point. Due to my drug addiction, I lost my family, my home, my friends. I've been homeless for 4 years, and I got here and they love me till I can love myself. They care for me, they empower me, and that I have a passion for life. I have a zest and a zeal for life, and I'm extremely grateful that I landed here, and I have a wealth of friends, and they are like my brothers and my sisters that I lost, and I have a big family here, and I am very happy, and life is precious. It's very meaningful. It's very powerful, and I'm super happy. Thank you.
All of them needed connection and advocacy and family. Our mission is to take on the desperate needs of the homeless, and we can't empower them to become self-sufficient unless they have opportunity. What's our future look like? I know I'm scaring you today, huh? Our future is we have to do more affordable housing. We have to create more enterprises so that they can work. I want a tiny home village. Yeah. And how many more will that benefit, right? And if you think about it, because of people like Alan and Karen Lyle and Deloy Hansen and Bonneville Builders, we were able to open 2 housing facilities. I normally not the crier, that's Linda. And a 24/7 child care center, which no one else has done. We cannot thank them enough for their belief in our mission and for their generous donations. To meet our goals this year, we need 1,000 units of deeply affordable housing in Washington County. We need all hands on deck. Switch Point will look for opportunities to build more, to rehab more, and partner more so that we can stop the hemorrhaging in the homeless arena. We cannot solve homelessness if we don't have housing. I don't know if you saw the article on Monday about the grain homeless, but we have a 53% increase this year in senior homelessness because they're being priced out. It makes me sick. We must succeed. And why must we succeed? For people like Chris. Chris was a client at Crossover, and I want you to watch his transformation.
I am a recovering drug addict. I got involved with SwitchPoint because I went to their residential program, and they helped me to get clean. It helped me like every step of the way from obviously getting clean up at Crossover to sober living, helping me get back on my feet as far as finding housing where I'm at now. And they continue to help me improve my quality of life and advance in the right direction. I've got 4 kids actually, 1 son and 3 daughters, and their names are Isaiah, Ava, Taylor, and Grace. I was never really fully around for any of them, but since being clean, I've been able to make new connections and start becoming a dad to them. So it's really awesome to be a part of their lives and to start building a relationship with them. And SwitchPoint's helped me with that also. I know with certainty that I wouldn't be here and maybe not even alive if it wasn't for SwitchPoint, because I'm a recovering addict. I've got nearly 2 years clean now, but there was a time a couple years ago that things were really rough, and I was homeless. I was on the streets. I was using and abusing all kinds of substances that could have killed me at any moment. So to have a place now, have this place where I can be home and have my own space and work towards the goals that I have in life, like being a father and just a good person, and getting my life back together. It's huge, it means everything to me, because without it, like I say, I'm not sure where I'd be, but I know I wouldn't be here.
Chris is like son number 5 for me because he works with Bob every day. So Chris, why don't you come on up? He's going to share one more story.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm grateful for this opportunity I've been given to be here with you all and to share a little bit about my experience with SwitchPoint. Like the video says, I am an addict in recovery. Started using substances when I was 8 years old. I'm 36 now. I've got nearly 2 years clean. So, and all that's been possible. SwitchPoint's made all that possible. Before I came down to St. George and got into Crossover, I didn't know that there was any help for guys like me. I didn't know where to go or how to fix my life, and SwitchPoint's been there to help show me the way and guide me in the right direction to achieve all the goals that I've set for myself, to become a father, to be a good man, to be the person I've always dreamed I could be. And I'm just really grateful for SwitchPoint and everyone who's helped make it possible. So thank you all.
That's why we do what we do. Thank you, Chris, for your courage, for your inspiration, and for not giving up. I am grateful that you shared your story and your heart with us today. It is now my privilege to ask for your support in moving the work of SwitchPoint forward. It's important for you to know that we are not fully funded through state and federal dollars. And while we do receive some monies there, clearly you can see that it's not near enough to meet the needs of Carol's big vision and our goals. Our aim with our clients is to empower them to move to self-reliance, away from government reliance assistance. And Carol and our board hold SwitchPoint to that same standard. It is in part for the reason for our micro enterprises, our thrift stores, 2 of them now, our doggy daycare and groomers, our now Rise Garden that you're going to help support, I just know it. We cannot do this alone. It's going to take all of us working together to change the lives of so many. When you came here today, you probably didn't know exactly what we were going to ask of you in terms of financial support. You probably came because a friend invited you, or maybe you're familiar with SwitchPoint and wanted to get the insider update. I recognize that many of you here are just learning about the vast and broad scope of our work. And yet there are also those of you that have been here with us from day one, 8 years ago. We continually assess the needs of our community. Carol has shared with you our vision and our goals, which speaks to the broad reach of those needs. We have outlined how you can help us reach those goals. Your gift today will make it all happen. With your support, we can go to our funders and let them know that our community has buy-in, that you believe in us, that you're invested with us. That means a great deal. Many of them are willing to match what our community will put in. I'm excited to announce that we have 2 very generous donors that have offered a dollar-for-dollar match for today. For your gift, they've offered $50,000 each, so that's up to $100,000. Frank Smith passed away in January at 103 years young, and his son, Ron, offered that gift as a match to honor his father today. And now I'd like to bring up Jeff Love and Rod Ludlow, our other matching donor. If they will come up, and they're going to share with you the reasons for offering the match and also why it's important for them to support SwitchPoint in so many various ways. They not only donate, but they volunteer at our food pantry every Tuesday, and that's hard work.
Our SwitchPoint journey started December 2015 when we wanted to do a holiday donation to a local nonprofit, and we at that point learned that Dixie Care Shirt wasn't in operations anymore, and somebody told us about SwitchPoint. So we Googled it at the address, went to the intake center to learn a little bit about SwitchPoint, and that's the first time we met Carol Hollowell, which I affectionately call Crazy Carol now. If you know her, you understand that. I think we made a small donation that year, and then shortly after we followed up with a tour of the facility to learn more, and then we started volunteering in the pantry on Tuesday mornings. And 6 years later, we're still there. I'm not the most job than I do. Rod's reliable. I still busy with stuff, I guess. The beauty of being on campus at SwitchPoint is that, as a volunteer, is that we get to see lives changed. We get to witness it firsthand. And that's why we are donors as well, because we see what this organization does for people. And I think that's very powerful. It's probably not said enough, and since you give me this little platform for a couple minutes, Carol Hollowell, thank you. Thank you for waiting. hard. Thank you for creating this organization for our community. Thanks to the board of directors for what you do, and thanks to all the volunteers, and thanks to all the employees at Switchpoint. You change lives. You truly change lives, and it's very powerful. So thank you. It truly takes a village, and we're proud to say we're a part of the Switchpoint community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron and Jeff and Rod, for your incredible generosity, giving each of us the opportunity to have our gift doubled today. To build a strong foundation and stability for our future, we are inviting you to become a member of our multi-year giving society. We have named that our Empowerment Society. As you've seen today, everything that we do at Switchpoint is designed to empower our clients. There's no entitlement happening there. If you have been inspired this morning, I'm inviting you to become a member of our Empowerment Society. I'd like to thank many of you here who have previously become a member of that society and are giving multi-year pledges. Our top tier giving level in our Empowerment Society is our Innovative Donor. A pledge of $5,000 a year for 5 years equals less than $500 a month. Perhaps you're part of a family foundation or a corporation, or you simply have the means to help us at this level. You would impact many, many lives in helping us get them housed and stable and secure. People like Chris and the little Remley family that's on your table. The second giving level in our Empowerment Society is our Visionary Donor. If you're able to pledge $2,000 a year for 5 years, which breaks down to $167, less than $167 a month, or think of it honestly as a latte a day, it's just over $5. Your gift could help feed a mother and child every day in the shelter. Our third opportunity for you to join our Empowerment Society is the Empowered Donor level. A pledge of $1,000 a year for 5 years, less than $85 a month, breaks down to less than a $3 dirty soda at Swig. With that, you could be sponsoring a daily meal in our soup kitchen or in the shelter. Please know that any gift amount is extremely appreciated and valuable. Perhaps you may want to consider a gift of stock, or you want to talk to us about adding us to your will or trust, or something else. If you have some ideas, please, you're going to check that next box. Our intention for this breakfast is as big and audacious as Carol, and we need to raise $350,000. I believe that we can do it with that generous dollar-for-dollar match. Maybe we can exceed that. Now, will the table host please take out the envelopes and pass those around to your guests at the table? There's pens and just an envelope. Please open your envelope.
This is not a Switchpoint.
I recognize that there are many of you that have previously donated, and we are very grateful. You have helped us get where we are today, which is quite remarkable. Wouldn't you agree? If you are currently on a pledge, and like I said, I know there's many here that are, perhaps you would consider extending the length of that pledge, or maybe you would be able to up it to the next level. Or perhaps you might want to make a one-time donation today to take advantage of that match. For those of you that are new to SwitchPoint, I hope you will also please share your contact information with us so we can connect more. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes now to finish filling out the donation sheet. When you are finished, please put it back in the envelope and return it to your table host. And then the table host at the end of the program, as you leave, please take your envelopes and drop them off with Sonia. She's at the back of the room. And she'll be collecting those from you at the end of the program. So now I'll give you a few minutes to fill out your pledge form. We cannot do this vital work without you, and I know you realize that. We have started a movement, a revolution to eliminate homelessness. Will you rise up with us?
Good to see you, Tim. Good to see you. When are you going to come take it back? I run out of stuff to do. Yeah, you know, I'm used to seeing you around the table with me. You can fight the fire, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Mountains, we gon' walk it out. Mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise on a freedom rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, silence isn't quiet. Feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like time.